I'm an NCP for Legal and Financial Issues and European Research Council. And I was an NCP for Marie Skłodowska-Curie Actions. So if somebody's calling me and asking about opportunities in European projects, and they are calling from Singapore of Writing, for example, from Brazil, I recommend sometimes to have a look at Eurexes, because if they want to take part in an ERC project or want to become a fellow in an ITN, a Marie Skłodowska-Curie ITN network, they offer positions, free positions in Marie Skłodowska-Curie projects or in ERC projects, and you can find it via Eurexes. For Marie Curie, it's mandatory to offer open positions here, and for all the other projects, you can find it in the grant agreement. It's optional, but I think many projects use it to offer free and vacant positions in their projects. Another part of the page I found when I was preparing a presentation for a workshop in Brazil. I was looking at Eurexes worldwide, and there you find some web pages and information for here Japanese researchers who would like to know more about Horizon 2020, who wants to know about the most recently events happening with European research, like you see here the news from last week that they took the first picture of an event horizon of a black hole, which was partly funded by a synergy grant of the ERC. So we were very happy about it as NCPs for ERC. So when you're in Japan, you can find all information about funding, European funding on H2020, and in particular on the ERC and Marie Skłodowska-Curie calls on Eurexes, where to find your project NCPs or your national contact points is via the funding portal, funding and tender portal. It was updated recently by the service facility, where they updated all the information about the contact points, and I think it should be available to all of you and accessible. So, for example, the Chinese national contact point has sent me some information about what he's doing to inform the Japanese community about Horizon 2020. So they have an NCP Japan since 2013, and they have quite a huge staff working in Brussels and in Tokyo to inform the research community about the opportunities in Horizon 2020. They have a website, they have a help desk, they have training courses and seminars and partner search support. This is the information I received. So I know that's possible also for Brazilian institutions, because when I was in Brazil, it was pretty easy. I had a look at Eurexes. I saw all the national funding agencies. I saw all the information for ERC, for researchers who want to apply for an ERC grant in Europe, or who want to apply for a position in an already running ERC project. So this was quite easy. Just some few words about the Ncp Academy. I think you know about this project. It's a project network of NCP coordinators and legal and financial NCPs. One major task is to offer trainings on horizontal issues, mainly also to thematic NCPs, legal and financial topics, RI, innovation and SMEs is one topic. NCP skills, so also soft skills, are training formats we offer. Widening and synergies among program, that's also something we offer. And yeah, we are very much open to new ideas. So I hope you fill in the feedback forms. This will help the NCP Academy and also the NCP, International Service Facility, to find out what are your needs and what are your wishes to be trained on. I also would like to ask you to fill in this informed consent sheet so that we can use your pictures and filming for informing all NCPs that are not present today. So what we also do with the NCP Academy, we are trying to further reflect about the needs and the supports needed for a future NCP system in FP9. So we, as the coordinator NCPs and legal and financial NCPs, for example, at the moment are drafting a survey asking the community, the NCP community, about how the community shall adapt to the new challenges and to the new format of FP9.
Who was asked for that?
It's the NCP coordinators and the NCP project coordinators. So that is also one big task. We want to communicate with the European Commission. We want to present our ideas on how we think our network should look like and has to look like to work even better. So what I can say, check our website for upcoming events. We have a 2nd of May, a webinar on Pathfinder in the FED program. Then we have a webinar on basics about audits, if you're interested. And a webinar on building networks and sharing ideas and what an NCP should know about costs. So a specific program. And then we have a webinar on legal and financial rules on international cooperation again and how it works under Horizon 2020, 16th of May. What we already had were a lot of webinars and on-site trainings. And for example, the webinar we had together with the International Service Facility on International Cooperation in Horizon 2020, the basics. And I think it's a good opportunity, a wonderful opportunity to connect and to link with international NCPs, to use the International Service Facility somehow as a multiplier for us. Because for us it's important to reach not only the European NCPs and the European networks and the networks in the associated countries, but also to reach the international networks somehow with webinars and with our trainings. And of course we need the feedback then from the service facility. What are the needs of the international NCPs? So I think this is a good interaction between the International Service Facility and the NCP Academy here. So please have a look at the webpage. We will publish all the presentations from today there. So if you're interested, we are really, really interested in your feedback, your wishes for new workshops, trainings, follow-up workshops on legal and financial issues, on other issues, on some areas you are really concerned about around the world. Please let us know. That's really important to get the feedback. So because we want to do more events, we had 17 events so far, and we started with our NCP Academy 2 in November 2018. So far we had 17 events. We reached 660 people, and there should be more around the world, I think, to share information. We had the international participation in our last webinar, so the basic webinar we had together with the service facility, and we had people from Nicaragua listening to the webinar, South Korea, Brazil, Russia, Uganda, Uruguay, Aruba, Iraq, Peru, Canada. And my colleague was holding the webinar, so Beate. She was a presenter. And yeah, if you're interested in another training, in new webinars, if you have more ideas about and comments about this training and how we could improve our trainings, please let us know. Thank you very much to the Commission for hosting this event, and goodbye.